It's a little warm in here. Let me just dispose of this.
My goodness.
Can everybody see what that says? I had you worried for a minute, didn't I? But I decided to wear this t-shirt because coming here to the Unitarian Church, I realized that that was one of your mottos. Y'all does mean all. Everyone in the community is welcome here. And I certainly feel welcomed here and thankful to be here. I just have a few words to say. I was told to keep it short. And as Hershey, my boss, can testify, that's sometimes difficult for me to do.
Squirrel!
But first of all, I want to thank you in advance for your generosity. We have our Director of Development here, Hershey Krippendorf, which she was introduced earlier. Would you like to stand up and talk a little bit?
I'm filming right now. Hey. I'm trying to film
Hershey,
you right now.
Hershey takes care of, she's chief bottle washer, she's assistant to the executive director, she's hospitality, she's like a Tasmanian devil in the Philadelphia Center, and we love her. She's a new addition, and she's just fabulous. These are certainly uncertain times that we are living in right now. And Louisiana, given its numbers in STIs and HIV, it is really catastrophic to think that there are threats from the current administration on certain vital programs. And I know that, there's a big taboo, no church and state, and I'm not going to say a lot about it, but I will say that these programs and these cuts that have been presented could reverse our programs and endanger the very lives of those people that we seek to keep well and to keep in treatment. And and it goes further than that. It goes to the lives of our most vulnerable children, the elderly, and those with chronic conditions, as in like HIV. And so when we have things like this where the community is willing to support us, it means a great deal to us, and more than you will know. I'll give you a really quick rundown of what we do at the Philadelphia Center. We do have a wellness clinic, and we do free testing twice a month, and we also offer PrEP, which for those of you who may not know stands for pre-exposure prophylaxis. And this is a prevention tool. It is up to 99% effective when you take this medication 1 pill a day. And we're offering that now at our clinic. It's not new in San Francisco or New York, but it's certainly new here in the South. And we're very proud to be on top of the latest developments as they occur. But of course, as you know, all these things, of course, take money. And right now, we're fortunate to have a grant to help us with that, but we never know how long that's going to last. We offer services to people that are vital, who are living with HIV. There's a common saying in this work that housing is healthcare. And that's why we have the Mercy Center, which offers 19 private rooms with beds completely furnished for people who are homeless and suffering from HIV or living with HIV. So that's one way we offer that. And that's another where we're a little concerned. And, with the new HUD director, I won't mention any names, but Ben Carson seems to have some strange ideas about HUD, and that could very adversely affect our housing program. Also, we offer case management at Philadelphia Center. We have professional licensed case managers who work with our clients, and this can be anything from counseling. If they have mental or drug abuse problems, they can do counseling with them. They're licensed for that. We also talk to them about harm reduction. They help them with their housing, whether they're living at Mercy Center or living somewhere else under a Section 8 or Section 9. We also have groups for them. We have a men's group. We have a women's group that meets every week. We did have the trans group that met there, and we may soon be having them come back. We also firmly believe in what's fairly new on the horizon, and some of you, I'm going to ask you how many of you have heard of U equals U? Anybody have a hand up for what U equals U means? It means undetectable equals untransmittable. They have found through extensive research that if HIV patients are kept on their meds and adherent to their meds, they get to an undetectable level of copies of the virus in their bloodstream, which is anywhere from 40 to 200 copies per milliliter is considered undetectable. Therefore, it's virtually impossible for them to pass on the virus to a partner. So that's another big development that's coming up in our prevention strategy, is to make sure that word gets out, and that's also why it's so important for us to keep our clients adherent. It also makes it very important for them to be tested regularly, and that is a big part of the national AIDS strategy for the United States, which is updated to 2020, is to increase the percentage of people who know their serostatus. What that means is they know whether they're HIV positive or not. That is a big key, because the numbers we use are numbers based throughout the state and throughout the country, or what we know are those that are reported. But we know there are many, many others who have never been tested, who don't know their status. And that's a key to this strategy working and us bringing down the new infection rates and also the deaths that are happening from AIDS itself. We have probably over 50% was the last figure I saw that have gone from HIV to AIDS, which is the acquired immune deficiency syndrome. That is where you are actively have the virus and it's affecting your body. And there are people dying in Louisiana, and that's a shame, because there's no need for that to happen. If they have access to health care, if they have access to medications, they can keep the virus under control and live a normal lifespan now. HIV is no longer a death sentence that it once was, back when I was young. So it's very important that we have support in these things, and that's another reason we thank you so much for making us your beneficiary this month in your offering. I would also like to just tell you briefly, and I'm watching my watch here, I know I've got to keep it quick. We do have a prevention department where we offer free HIV testing, we offer condoms, we offer education and safe sex practices. We have a mobile testing unit, which some of you may be familiar with, where we're able to reach out to our rural communities, because the Philadelphia Center serves not only Caddo Parish, but Bossier and 7 other surrounding parishes beyond that, as far south as Natchitoches, as far north as the Texarkana border, almost to that border, and all the way to the Texas border, and as far far east as almost to Monroe. So we have a large area that we cover. I'm in advocacy. As she introduced me, I'm the Director of Communications, Policy, and Advocacy. And policy really is political policy. Actually, I look at what's going on at the federal level as well as the state level. And so it's my job to make sure that they are not putting forth things that are hurtful to the LGBT community in law. That is something that is funded. We're very proud to say we're in our 5th year of funding from the Elton John AIDS Foundation. He funds everything my department does. So we're very, very happy. And we should be having him back on board again this year. So I want to just thank you once again for supporting the Philly Center today. And I invite you to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. You can stay up with what our latest developments are. Also, if you'd like to come in and visit us in person, we would love to have you. We're at 2020 Centenary Boulevard in Highland area of Louisiana, up Shreveport, and we would love to have you come visit us. You're always welcome. So that being said, our next big fundraiser is our annual art auction this year. We have it every year, and this year it's in August, and we will soon be getting out the word about that. So if you stay with us on social media, etc., you'll learn more details as they become available, and we hope to see you all there. Thank you again, and God bless you all.